What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy B Mac here. I don't know, man. I don't know how I want to do these videos. Okay, so you know how like you can see that when you get on TikTok, it'll be like people you may know, and then you can see like some of their little miniature posts. Okay, so I ain't gonna drag no names out because I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to get away from doing that. I'm trying to get away from bad mouthing people online. I know it's not worth it. It's not worth putting the energy into trying to shame somebody online, because again, it's your word against theirs and your beliefs and XYZ, whatever. So anyway, I say that to say that I see that my ex, I guess we'll just have to label her number 3. Because 2 of them I married, 1 I didn't. So in the grand scheme of the relationship talks, number 3. Her TikTok pops up and I see like in her little preview post that she's talking shit about me. Like I know she is. She literally uses like my family name. One of them, she's like, oh, when your sister-in-law, you know, tells you these Mac men are all liars or some shit like that. I'm just kind of like, what? That's wild. And then my other portion of it is like, the other portion is like my deadbeat baby daddy talking about this and that, and you know, because he had a involuntary hold for 72 hours because of his domestic dispute, this and this. Now, granted, these are all things that I shared with her while in a relationship, okay? It wasn't like I was on some, oh, I had to go be put in a straitjacket thing, and like, I'm not even like embarrassed or like upset behind that, because that is something that happened. I did go to a psychiatric place because of some abuse that I had going on at a time in a relationship. But to me, what I think is crazy, or what I think is just, I don't know. First of all, apparently I'm a deadbeat baby daddy about a baby I didn't even fucking know about. Because as I told you all a while ago, I made a whole ass video about a child being dead, and apparently that was a lie. So, you know, I don't know who holds the morality for that one. But my biggest thing is I just want to stop all that shit, man. Like I'm not trying to be mad with nobody. I'm not trying to be beefing with nobody. I'm not trying to talk shit about nobody, because we all got our own lives. We all got our own problems, and none of us are fucking perfect. And what is it about? Why is it that when people break up or stop dealing with each other, it has to be nasty? Like, I've very rarely in my life experienced a breakup where it's like, all right, cool, I see the person again, it's cool. You know what, I take that back. There's one chick that I broke up with, matter of fact, right before number 3, CDC chick, and we broke up, and we like, it was amicable. It was kind of one of those, I wasn't really feeling it, you wasn't really feeling me, all right, well, that's cool. And I think I've talked to her 2 or 3 times since then, and ain't no hard feelings, bruh. Like, so I don't understand how and here's my thing, and I'm even guilty of this. I think it's crazy how when we're with someone, all of the things that might have been a red flag or might have been an issue for you aren't issues, okay? And what I mean by that is none of that shit gets thrown in your face until you're no longer together, okay? Now, again, at one point in my life, I cared deeply about this girl. I thought that girl was going to be the last Mrs. Mac. You know what I'm saying? My daughter gave her a nickname and everything. Used to call her a little, what'd she call her? Oh, it escapes me right now. Baby Lorene. Something about stepmom in training. Her, stepmom. Smith. That's what she used to call her. She used to call her little Smith. And like, there was truth to that, but like, ultimately there were things that were deeper than that didn't allow us to work out. Some things on my end, some things on her end. And I think at a certain time frame, at least on my end, I got tired of trying to force something that I felt like long term was not going to work out. Am I here to dog the girl out? No. I'm not. Do I post nasty things about her? No, I don't. Because ultimately, and if what she says is true, apparently I'm a deadbeat dad and she has a baby that didn't die. And at some point, she and I are going to have to work that out or work through that. Okay? So, like, if you see this and you know who you are, cut it out. It's not worth it. I'm sure you've moved on or gotten back with whoever, and I've moved on. And so none of this tit for tat or let me talk shit about this other person, you know what I'm saying, makes sense. Because if I were that badly, you wouldn't have been sleeping with me and staying with me, and now apparently you're having a kid by me. Again, we're going to put that in the air. We're going to put that in the parking lot area. Because I didn't know. Not that I didn't know, but here's the thing. And I'm going to end the video like this. I can't talk bad, like I told y'all before, about anyone who I have birthed a child with, because ultimately there's a part of me that you are raising and taking care of, okay? Whether that be number one with my oldest, number two with my second daughter, or now number three with my, I'm not gonna say bastard son or potential son, but here's my thing. She definitely was real close, real chatty with her ex. So I can't say that that's not my kid. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's my kid if she was loyal. But my thing about it is, if that's my child, or if you want me in that child's life, or if you don't want me to be a deadbeat, as you so aptly put it, why lie and tell me that the kid's dead? Why lie and tell me you were going to get it aborted and all this other kind of craziness? But now I'm a deadbeat about a child that I didn't even know about until very recently. That it still existed, that is. I just feel like there needs to be more compassion in the world, man. Like, it's not, there's nothing wrong in a relationship not working out. I get that. It took me a long time to really learn that and understand that. But just because a relationship didn't work out don't mean that now the person is just the worst person in the world. Me and that girl interacted in each other's lives for almost a year in total. And under that year, we moved in together. We were with each other. She was helping me with my schoolwork. You know, like, good chick. But fundamentally, there were just some things that we didn't agree on that I didn't see that we were going to see eye to eye on. And we discussed that very early. Parenting, family, how we were going to deal with finances, co-parenting. There were just so many little hiccups that I wish we could have gotten through or worked out in a healthy manner, but we just, that's not where we were. So now it's just like, what is the point in bad-mouthing each other online? What is the point in acting like a fucking middle school child? Like, if you have something to say to me, say it to me. Talk to me. But trying to make me or paint me to be something online that I'm not, and that you know I'm not, and that ultimately, if I was so negative, why did you stay with me for a year and some change? If all Mac men are liars, why did you stay with me after you met old girl? See what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense, YouTube. And, you know, my audience and those who care and keep up with this, you know what I'm talking about. And so it's almost like I didn't see that playing out that way, but ultimately, just because it did does not mean that we got to be at each other's throats and on some negative shit, bro. Because that's lame. It's lame as fuck. And ultimately, we all have to grow up and do what's right for each other and do what's right for these kids that are not involved. These kids ain't got no reason or nothing against why we don't like each other or why we not talking. But we create these narratives that, oh, well, they're such a horrible person, that's why it has to be this way. It's not it. So that's me, your boy B Mac. Hope everyone has a happy holiday. It's Thanksgiving week, so I'm gonna post this soon. And just learn to love and respect each other, man. Like, cause this shit is like, life is so short. It's not worth it to go around being nasty and being rude and disrespectful to each other, when at the end of the day, at one point, we were more than that, clearly. Just saying. I'm out, y'all.